Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial, and in today's video I'll be showing how to make the mesh hood, which is the scarf that has been highly requested for since around last year thereabouts. So in today's tutorial I'll be using the lightweight yarn. Yeah, this is actually a satin yarn, so it's quite shiny and really smooth, the texture. And I'll be using a 5mm hook for this tutorial, and I'll be using the distress stitch. you know there's this stitch called the distress stitch that makes your work look like lace, and it's really beautiful. So I would like to use that stitch. I think I'm a little bit addicted to it right now. So let's get into the tutorial. So for this, we'll be starting with slip knots. First of all, this is a slip knot. Okay, just in case you need to know how to make a slip knot, you bring your yarn over, you put it through around 2 fingers, and you pull up the loop from inside, and this is how you make a slip knot. Now that is too long for me. I don't like to leave a very long tail, so I just go in like this with my hook, and I pull up a loop, and I fasten it, I tighten it. So for the distress stitch, I'm going to be teaching you first how to make the distress stitch. I actually learned this from a YouTuber. I think his name is Divine, and he did a very detailed explanation. He sounds very, very clear when he does it. So yeah, it was pretty easy to learn. Not very easy because it can get a little bit complicated, but yes. So to do this, for my project, I'll be using 100 chain. Now you need multiples of 100, of tens rather, to do this pattern. That's the distress stitch, because the stitches come in like multiples of 10, 10, 10. So I started off with making 100 chains. For this, I'll be starting with making 100 chains for my project, but in this I'll be doing 20 chains so that I can show you how the multiples of 10 work. Okay, so you do 10 chains and then you do 4 extra chains so that you can begin the row. Okay, now I'll be starting with 20 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now I have my 20 chains. Now the beautiful thing about this stitch rather, and this pattern, is that you shouldn't use the hook equivalent to the yarn weight. Now for a yarn like this, it's advisable to use like 2.5mm and all of that, but because of the space that will be leaving in between, and because of how the the pattern is supposed to come out as, we'll be using a hook that is bigger than the yarn that you're using, so that it can still give you this lace effect, this mesh effect, and make the stitch pop much better. So I've done my 20 chains, and now I'll be doing extra 4 chains, because that will be the beginning of my next row. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I yarn over and I go into the 6th chain from the loop. Okay, now this chain 4 serves as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. Okay, so now that I've gone in here with the double crochet, I'll be doing an extended chain. Now an extended chain is a chain that, I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it, or maybe that's what I heard it's called, I don't know. But an extended chain is, instead of doing like a simple chain one, you're going to do a chain one that is the size of two chains. So it's going to be as long as these two are. So you stretch it out a bit and you chain. Yeah. Then you yarn over and you go into the third chain from your stitch, okay, because you're skipping two, and this chain one you did here, this extended chain one, serves as two chains. So you go into the third one and yarn over, pull up a loop, do a single crochet, sorry, you pull through two and you pull through two, so that is a double crochet. Okay, now for the next one, for the next stitch, we're going to be, it's kind of like reducing, but it's also like reducing and then restoring it back to normal. So in this case, we're going to be doing a treble crochet, but we'll be going into the next, we'll be using the next two chains to do that. So you yarn over, you go through the first chain, pull up a loop, you go into the second chain, pull up a loop, huh? Then you yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. So that's like a triple crochet, and then you chain one. Okay, you chain one, then you yarn over and you repeat the same thing in the next two chains. So yarn over, go through the first chain, pull up a loop, go through the second chain, you don't yarn over this time, pull up a loop, you yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over and pull through the last. Now in that same chain, the last chain where you did this triple crochet, you will go in with a double crochet, okay, because you use two chains, and in order for you not to do like to have it as a reduction, you will need to make up for the chains that you took two at a time. So you yarn over and you go into that second chain, pull up a loop, make sure you're stretching it out to be the size of the treble crochet, so that one side of your stitch does not reduce the other side, so they can be even and not too shrunken. So you yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. Now so far this is what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't come together yet, but after some time when you keep going in, it will all come together. So we will be doing a double crochet in the next chain space. Okay, this time no tricks. Yarn over, go into the next chain, pull up a loop, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. Now you've completed the first multiple of 10, as a matter of fact. So in order to begin, we're going to do like how we did this beginning, not the chain, please. You would just make a chain one, yarn over, skip one chain and go into the next chain and do a double crochet. So this is it. Okay, and then we'll be doing the extended chain one that covers two chain spaces. So you will be dragging the length of two chains and do the chain one, then you yarn over, skip the two chains that this is supposed to cover for and go into the third chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. So the tension for this project is supposed to be pretty free, not tight. Do not make it tight. If you make it tight, you might lose the plot. So after this, you yarn over, and now we'll be doing the triple crochet that will be going through two chain spaces to form. Okay, so yarn over, go through the first chain, pull up a loop, then you go to the second chain, pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, then chain one. Remember, you chain one, then you yarn over and repeat the same thing in the next two chains. Okay, so in the next two chains, you yarn over, go into chain one space, pull up a loop. In the next chain space, you don't chain one, you don't yarn over, rather you just go into it and pull up another loop, then you yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and that is your triple crochet. And like we did before, in that same second space where you did this triple crochet, you yarn over and you do one double crochet in that same space, so it does not serve as, so that this triple crochet doesn't serve as a reduction, it still goes as normal as it's supposed to go, maintaining the pattern, maintaining the length. So you yarn over, go into that same chain space, pull up a loop, make sure you make it the same length as the triple crochet, because the triple crochet is much longer than the single crochet. So you yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. Okay, and then we're at the end, and at the end you're supposed to end with one double crochet at every end. So if you do not end like that, it means that something is wrong with what you did. So excuse me, I just did this now, and I'm yarning over, going through the final chain space, and I'm coming out with a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and that is how it goes. This is it so far. This is it. This is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. Now I'm going to be showing you how to do the next row. So, and whatever we do in the next row is how you keep going up, and you keep going. Remember, this is not the length of what we're supposed to be doing. For mine, if you have to use the measurement of your shoulder to get what you're doing, or you can make it thinner if you don't want it to get to your shoulder. If you want it to just like stop at your neck, look like a mock neck kind of scarf thingy, or hood rather, since it's more like a hood. You can do that, but this is too short, please. It needs to fit around your head. Okay, it's kind of like the 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 the, the length of, let's say, the circumference of the skirt. It's more like it, but in this case I'm using what seems to be my shoulder measurements to do that, because there are so many ways to style the scarf, and I'll be making videos for that. So I'm going to be showing you how to do the next row. Okay, the reason why I'm making this video this way is because I don't want it to be too extensive, and that would be really exhausting. Sometimes when I see a tutorial and it's so long, I I, I kind of think like it might get confusing at some point. So I'll try to keep this as simple as possible. And yeah, so for this one, I actually had to hit the zoom on my camera so that we can get this a little bit closer and more understandable. So for the next row, what we'll be doing is we are going to chain 4 for this next row, and it's going to be just like the chain 4 we did here to begin this row, because the chain 4 is going to serve as 3 chains for serve as a double crochet, and the other chain, the fourth chain, serves as a chain 1 space. So that's how I do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then you turn it to the other side, you yarn over. Now you won't be going in on this first stitch here, please take notes. You won't be going in on this first stitch, you won't be going in on the second stitch either, okay, because the chain 3 is serving as what is supposed to go in here on a normal. So when you yarn over, you'll be skipping through the 3 stitches below it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you'll be skipping through, rather you'll be skipping this 2, 1, 2, because it's like this chain 1 and then you go into this. So you'll be going into the 3rd stitch, okay, from your chain. So we skip 1, 2, and we go into the 3rd stitch. So kindly take notes. And we're going in with a double crochet. Okay, now after we're going with the double crochet, just like we did at the chain space below, the first row rather, we'll be doing an extended chain 1. Okay, so you extend and you chain 1. That is this long looking chain 1. Then you yarn over and you go into the 3rd stitch. Okay, so you're skipping this chain 1 space, you're skipping the next one, and you're going into the 3rd one, which is the one close to the other chain 1, extended chain 1 space. So this is it. Yarn over and you go into that space and you do your double crochet. So here you have it. Now for the parts where we need to pay very close attention to, we'll be doing the treble crochet in here. Okay, we'll be doing the treble crochet in here. So for that, we'll be yarning over and we'll be going through the front loop of this extended chain 1 space. So we'll be going through the front loop, pull up a loop, then we go through the back loop, okay, and pull up another loop. Yeah, and then we yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2, and now we have our treble crochet. We have the treble crochet, then we chain 1. So it's basically the same thing that we're doing at the bottom, except that this doesn't exist at that chain spaces, at the chain foundation row. So yeah, just bear that in mind, please. If you're confused, just go back to the video and watch it again, you know, play back. So I already chained 1, then I'm yarning over and I'll be doing my next treble crochet. Okay, so yarn over. The reason why my mic is here is because sometimes I forget to turn on my mic, so I don't want to make that mistake anymore. So I want to be saying it and saying the light. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, then you go into the chain 1 space next to it, pull up a loop, and we'll be doing our treble crochet. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And just like how we did in the beginning, we'll be going into this particular chain space with a double crochet. So yarn over, go into that chain 1 space, pull up a loop, make sure it reaches the length of your treble crochet so it doesn't go short or shrink. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and there you have it. Now we'll be doing a single crochet in the next chain, in the next stitch, okay, in the next the next stitch. So you yarn over, go into the next stitch and do a double crochet. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2, rather, and there you have this right now. And that's like your first 10, because we're doing it like in a multiples of 10. So now there you have your first 10 I don't know, I wouldn't call it a cluster because it's not. Let's just call it a batch. So you chain one because you'll be starting another. You'll be repeating the same thing, and for you to start the repetition, you have to chain one and do a single crochet, a double crochet rather. You chain one, yarn over, skip one space, that is skip this stitch and go into the next two stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. Okay, now we'll be doing the extended chain one space, yarn over, skip this chain one here, skip this stitch here and go into the third with a double crochet. Now you've gotten your double crochet, and we'll be going into the extended chain one space and we'll be doing the triple crochet. So you yarn over, go into the front loop, pull up a loop, go into the back loop from behind into the middle, pull up a loop, and then you have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There you have your triple crochet, and you chain 1. Okay, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, then the next space as well, go in, pull up a loop, and we'll be repeating the triple crochet. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over and go back into that last space where you did the triple crochet. In that same space, you go in and you do a double crochet. So I just put up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, then for the final stitch we have about 1 2 3 4 chains there. You know what, let's ignore that, so so we don't get confused. So in the next chain one space we'll be doing a double crochet to end up the row, or end of the row rather. So yarn over, go into the chain one space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and there you have your second row excuse me, of the distress stitch. Now you are going to repeat what you did on row 2, and you keep going until you get your desired length. Okay, you keep going until you get your desired length. And like I said, I did not do just 20 chains in my project. I used 100 chain. I'm doing this so that it's not going to be a very lengthy and confusing tutorial, because we'll be basically repeating this same pattern of stitches. I've forgotten what I called it before anyways, but we'll be repeating this over and over, you know, doing this in tens until we get to, you know, the end. So every row must end with a double crochet after you have done your triple crochet and the double crochet in the same space, and then you do every chain, every row rather must end with a double crochet inside one of the chain one at the end. Okay, so to begin the next row, you're going to chain 4 and repeat the same thing we did on row 2. Okay, so it's basically more like a repeated pattern thing. So that's how it's going to go, and I'm going to show you what I've done so far in my projects in the next part. or rather coming up, I'm going to show you what I did so far in mine. So far, this is what I have. Okay, so this is what my project looks like. Okay, if you look at it, you can see that it looks like this, and it's actually stretchy as well. You know, it's pretty stretchy. So yeah, and as you can see right now, it just looks like a spread out scarf. So I'll be joining the ends together. Yeah, I'll be joining the ends together. As you can see here, I left the thread, you know, and I'm going to be using a darning needle to do it. You can use a darning needle, you can use a crochet needle, or you can use your hook. A smaller hook is advisable anyways to use for this, and try not to do it so tight. If you do it, I'll be using a darning needle for mine, and I'm going to show you how I will go through it, you know. So I'll be going through it as this is here. I will just sew through from one stitch, one end to this end, one end to this end. So I'll just do that, yarn tail into my darning needle. Yeah, and now you need to choose where would be your front and where will be the back, but basically it's the same thing. It's really is the same thing. Okay, I'm making this to making this for a dress I already made. Anyways, to do this, I'll be going through this stitch here, like the first stitch, the top of it, and I'll be going through the third chain on the end of this other stitch. I won't be using this shape because this is a chain one space. Okay, it's part of the normal stitch, so I'll be going through here so that it's equal, and I'll sew. Okay, now you're going to have to be really smart when you're doing this, so that you don't do something that is that's going to look really complicated at the end. So yeah, I'm doing this as simply as I can, so it doesn't get ugly. This could take a while. If there is an easy way for you to do this on your own, please do it that way. Okay, I'm doing this so that it's going to be more of a detailed tutorial and something that a beginner can follow. You know, we all know how to use our needle and thread, I believe, so this is more like just doing that. And doing it this way, you really can just wear it front or back, you know, any way you like. No much hassle on which side to wear. So make sure that the rolls are equal so it doesn't cinch, unless you have an idea and you want to do something else, then by all means be creative. Honestly, I wanted this video to be really short. I don't know how many minutes it's going to end up as, but yeah, I wanted this video to be really short and as detailed as supposed. So I'm going to go off and do this, you know, because I guess you now have the hang of it, and I don't need to go through it all with you. So I trust you guys. I believe in you. You'll be able to do this. Now, pardon my video if it doesn't come out as clean as I honestly would have preferred for it to. I'm still using my phone camera, so I don't have a digital camera yet. So bear with me. And I'm still learning the camera placement thing. I don't know. I've not found a good angle. This is what I can do right now. Yeah, I can do better. Maybe not limit myself, but this is it. So yeah, like I said, pardon me and just follow me, JJ. And also, once again, I don't know, it's probably never going to say this, but shout out to Divine, the person that I learned this stitch from his YouTube tutorial. um it was really um well explained. So if my video doesn't give you all the explanation for what this stitch is supposed to be like, you can go to his page and you find the distress stitch pattern, you know, if you search for it. So he really did that and it's really nice. So yeah, here we go. So I finished up with my mesh hood and this is the final result. Now this actually looks like a skirt. Okay, this looks like a skirt more or less, and one of the ways you can style this is as a bikini cover. Yeah, crazy, I know, right? So there are so many ways to do this. Please pardon the sound. If you cannot hear me very well, it's because my generator is on. We've been in blackout, so that's my backup. um this is what it looks like. Now, because of the chain, and I didn't do my chain loosely, so please make sure that you make your chain as loose as you can, depending on what you want. But I don't want my chain to be very loose at the bottom, so it's just a little bit loose. So you can actually style this as a skirt because of this part is not as stretchy as this part. And I have a very big afro, so I cannot style this right now until I maybe pack my hair or weave it. But for now, I'm going to use my mannequin to do different ways of styling this. The tail is still here from where so I'm yet to cut that off. Um, I don't want to cut that off. I don't even know why I don't want to cut it, but yeah, this is the final result. I hope you really enjoyed making this, and it doesn't take much time really. Funny, when you get into the stitch, it gets really easier, and you just keep going with the flow, and it keeps your mind calculating your next step. So oh yeah, well, crochet does that. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Yeah, and like, comment, subscribe, share. I would really, really love that if you like this tutorial, you subscribe to the channel and show me what you did. I would like to see what you did. Tag me on TikTok, mostly on Instagram. I'm going to add all my social media handles um to the to my bio, or rather to the description, and you can tag me when you make this using this pattern. I don't think anyone has used this particular pattern before to do this, so yeah, first time. So let's be among the first timers to get this done. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for streaming. Bye.